Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we gather again in this sacred space, we continue to reflect on the week's living theme, which is designing destiny. Each session builds upon the last, deepening our realization that designing destiny is something which is pretty much possible when we are doing our abhyas with sincerity, with intensity. Destiny is not something which is handed to us. It is something quietly, constantly shaped by the quality of our inner state and the clarity of our purpose. Integrating Swadhyaya into your daily routine through sadhana, reflection, introspection, diary writing, and study of the Master's work. This guidance continues to mold us, inviting us to blend self study with spiritual practice, contemplation with action, and when we make Swadhyaya our companion, our daily experiences become our curriculum, and the heart becomes both the questions and the answers. Moving forward, designing destiny in heartfulness is not about controlling the outcomes. It is about aligning ourselves with a deeper current of evolution. It begins with an understanding that while our past impressions, our some scars, may set the initial conditions of our life, we are not bound by them. Through the grace of the spiritual path and our active participation in it, we are given the tools to gently untangle these patterns. And in this sense, designing the destiny is not a script etched in stone, but a living field shaped by our inner condition. And when we engage in cleaning, we dissolve the heaviness of the past influence. When we meditate, we attune ourselves to the stillness of the source and we plant the seeds of clarity. When we live in remembrance, we elevate the quality of each thought and action. Swadhyaya becomes our compass, helping us observe the silent shifts within, making us aware of what is evolving and what still binds. Designing destiny, then, is the act of living with conscious choice, choosing growth over reaction, surrender over resistance, and refinement over repetition. Let us carry this remembrance through the evening and let it gently inform our responses, soften our thoughts, and root us deeper in inner steadiness. We encourage all brothers and sisters to share the invitation of master classes and Being Heartful Everyday sessions with your family and with your friends. You never know whose heart may awaken through a quiet suggestion. Let us grow the circle gently, sincerely, and lovingly. This evening, we return to the article How to Make the Most of Life by beloved Taji. We have completed reading it once, but we are now revisiting it not as a readers, but as a contemplators. Notice what lands differently today with you. What determines our destiny? This is a fundamental question of existence. We all want to change our behavior so that our loved ones can resonate with us. And we also expect our loved ones to change their behavior so that we love them even more. Now, in order to understand human behavior, we must understand how the conditioning of a behavior patterns come about. And also, can we break away from these patterns? Researchers study these things in a very limited way. For example, they study alcohol addiction, drug addiction, sex addiction, and other habits that become ingrained as the nervous systems become hardwired. I would like to focus on the way we develop vrittis, the activities and tendencies of the mind, and how we develop our prakriti, our individual nature based on these mental activities. It eventually becomes our hardcore genetic nature which determines our future. We can say that we create our destiny according to the tendencies we develop. How do we create tendencies? The first thing that contributes to our conditioning is environment. For example, say you had a love affair and you loved that person very much, but you broke up. After some time, you meet them again. How do you behave? Do you start fighting with them? Or do you say, I'm sorry it ended like that? Are you nice? Or does your mind become volatile when it is triggered by seeing the other person? The second thing is memory, which plays a big role. Now, there is a cognitive memory, existential memory, and episodic memory. But deep down, our experiences remain as emotional memory. And it is emotional memory that creates our behavior patterns. We learn to protect ourselves from allowing such episodes to affect us again in the future. For example, if a person was bitten by a dog in childhood, they will stay away from dogs when they are adults, even from little puppies. How do we change patterned behavior? In the heartfulness cleaning practice, we use our will to make a sankalpa that all the impurities and complexities I have gathered during the day are leaving my system, and it has a magical impact. By doing this for 15 minutes in the evening after the day's work and before being with family members, we clear the slate. We are fresh without the baggage left over from the day. Let me give you an analogy. When you come back from a 2-hour workout at the gym, do you greet your partner and say, come, my darling, let me hug you? Your darling will say, please stay away from me until you have a shower. Cleaning is required. Similarly, your inner hygiene is spoiled by your conscious and unconscious activities, and you also need to clean that. The next level is to prevent the creation of impurities in the first place. Cleaning is an after effect. You get dirty, so you clean yourself. The next level is to prevent your psyche from being soiled by external things. You immunize your mental activity and your emotions. And how can you do that? By meditating. You become so balanced from inside that nothing can shake you. Dear sisters and brothers, we'll take a rest from the reading and prepare ourselves for the universal prayer and Friday 9 p.m. meditation with beloved Taji. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है. the vibration of universe prayer, awaken love in the hearts of all, and keep a connection to one another and to the source. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare to rest for the night, take a few quiet moments to gently reflect on your day and offer your bedtime prayer before retiring to sleep. These small yet sincere reflections held at the close of the day become gentle stepping stones on the path of inner transformation. Let this be your closing activity of master's remembrance, stillness, and surrender. And as we near the close of this week, we'll be continuing to explore how designing destiny touches not just our thoughts and actions, our environment, but our approach to life itself. Let Swadhyaya, the self study, walk with you like a lamp in the hand, casting light where there is an uncertainty and bringing grace into your choices. Thank you, dear sisters and brothers, for being here for this evening session today. And we look forward to your presence for the morning session tomorrow at 6 a.m. Until then, wishing you all a very good night. Rest in stillness, reflect with love, and grow with grace. Thank you.